Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host Jennifer, and today we're going to be packing, and I'm going to talk to you while I'm packing because I really could use the company, and we're going to talk about things that are happening and things that are upcoming on the channel and things that are upcoming in my life and like all of the big news that's going on in regards to us moving. So buckle up your seatbelts, Buttercup, because there's a lot. No. First thing I need to do is seal up some of these Premier Yarn boxes that I have received recently. I'm also debating on whether or not I want to pack up the woobles or not. Life. I'm not complaining. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to move and put you guys in the window. Because there's amazing natural light that comes through this window. So, okay, see how I'm like very shaded and dark circly and like, okay, now look. If I put you over here, look at how glowy I look. That's natural light, folks. I have given this advice to so many people. Put the camera in the window, face the window. Doesn't matter. Unless the sun is shining directly through the window, then don't face the window, go to another window. The natural light that comes through your window is enough to light you up. So if you have a channel, seriously, face the window. As long as the window does not have a big giant sunshine coming through. You can even put a white curtain up and it will give you a soft, it's called a, what's it called? A soft box effect or a light box effect. Now, here is my major problem. I have to pack the house up in the next 3 weeks. I'm starting in here because this room is the one that has the most stuff still left in it. I have placed an order with Home Depot today for 5 27-gallon plastic totes, or the plastic storage bins, and I ordered 4 of the really small ones that are $2.50, like these little ones right here under my desk. Because I need to pack up my entire world. Now, did I just order yarn? Yes. Was I going to make tutorials with it? Yes. Did I plan on my house selling so quickly? I prayed for it and hoped for it, but did not expect it to go so quickly. So, that's where we are at. If you did not watch yesterday's video, shame on you. I showed a new technique called surface crocheting, and in that I did say, in fact, that actually I don't remember what I told you guys. I know that over the past 2 days I have put little clips in saying that we got an offer on our house and we accepted it. The home inspection on the house, which is for informational purposes only, is on Sunday this week, so we have to be out of the house. I am very emotional about all of this, so I'm gonna get choked up. Please bear with me. Let's look at yarn while I talk. This is the Gradient Sparkles, the Gradient Glitter that I wanted to make Christmas items out of this year, but it's going to be a beautiful Christmas item next year. It will be. It's going to be beautiful. So what I'm doing is I am taking my cubes down. I am trying to pack these boxes as full as I can get them so that I can seal them up. These are recent orders from Premier Yarns. This was I think the Black Friday sale. I'm going to put as much yarn as I can fit in here. I'm going to try to squeeze it in like the way that they do at actually Premier Yarns. So I'm filling it in with other yarns that will squish in there. And I'm trying to seal it up. And then I have a big giant box right here that I'm going to try to put more in. All right, so here's the deal, folks. And I don't remember if this was a members only issue that I told you guys about. It's not an issue. I don't remember if I only mentioned this in the members only content or if I said it in a regular video, but there was a house that we fell in love with. It was one of the very first houses we looked at. I have affectionately called it the farmhouse. It has a purple porch. Okay? It has a purple porch. And whoever loved the house, whoever owned the house, put purple everywhere. Like there's purple stuff everywhere, but the kitchen was magnificent. Kitchen actually made me cry because it made me think of Grandma. I've been in love with this house from the first time I saw it. Have not stopped thinking about this house, okay? Now, as you know, I'm not the only person making this decision in regards to what house we buy. Now, while my husband liked the house, he loved the kitchen, he had some drawbacks on the house. Me and my daughter are absolutely in love with this house. These are going to come out of this box because I can store them a different way. So I'm going to put smaller skeins in this box. So I'm going to put the Color Fusion back in here that I just got. My heart was set on the purple house. The purple house has been on the market since March, off and on. They keep removing it and putting it back on. It has actively been on the market since September. By the way, my house got an offer that we are closing on in 24 days. 24 days. 24 days. Absolute miracle, right? I kept saying I wanted to be out of this house by next year. I wanted my Christmas, the only thing I wanted for Christmas was to sell this house to be on to the next adventure. And the day we got the offer, the lady was in the driveway and I saw her on her cameras and she did this at her realtor. I knew she loved the house. We actually got 2 offers and we accepted her offer because it was a family as opposed to an investor. And that's really why we chose her. Now, aside from that, by the way, we close with her. I don't know if I said this already because I'm like, there's so much in my head right now. We close on our house with her, with the new owners. It's actually a man and a woman. I say her because she was the one that was all gung-ho. I'm sorry if I'm hitting the tripod. December 31st. So not only did we get an offer before Christmas, which is all I wanted for Christmas, we will be starting the new year somewhere else. And that was part of my prayer, was I want to start the new year fresh. That's all I wanted, was a fresh start. So we close on December 31st. This is our last Christmas in this house. Things are going to be drastically different for Christmas this year just because everything. I let the kids know that this Christmas is going to be different. Buying a new house has financial gains behind. This is not me asking, do not send my kids anything for Christmas. They don't need anything. That's not all I'm saying here. But I did let them know Christmas is going to be smaller than it normally is because we are packing up the house to move. It doesn't make sense to have a bunch of stuff for them to have to pack up and move to a new location. And Christmas is going to be different. And I told my niece that if she didn't want to come home for Christmas and wanted to go to her mother's house, I would understand, because I think she kind of wanted that anyway. She just ain't going to ever tell me that. But also she did not enjoy having to put her stuff away and clean up after herself so that we could have showings while she was here for Thanksgiving. So, with that, she's going to go to her mother's house for Christmas. And she has been with me on Christmas Day every day for the past 4 Christmases. It's perfectly fine with me. She's the only one that really seemed dismayed by any of that. Now, that's the second box done. Now, here is something else I need to do because I have this big giant Premier box. And inside said Premier box is crochet kits. But also the mystery boxes. This is the way it came packaged to me, so I'm going to unpackage these and then I have an extra box to pack. Alright. Now, and like I said, I also have, I think I ordered 5 plastic bins. So those will be coming, and those will probably take care of all of the big fluffy yarn on that wall. So all this to say, I have to pack up the entire house right now. There is minimal Christmas decorations out. You guys saw the Christmas tree behind me. I have 3 deer in my front yard. I have not hung any lights on the house. Our Christmas trees in our living room. I decorated the mantle for the purpose of the showings to sell the house. I even bought a brand new wreath for the door for showings, just for staging purposes. And I'm a little stressed out, frazzled. I'm gonna be real honest with you. I'm stressed out, I'm frazzled because this is a lot right before Christmas. And also, like, as a mom, we bring the magic to Christmas, and I don't want anyone to feel like this Christmas was less magical. I'm really worried about that. And I know that there are plenty of Christmases in our future. There are plenty of Christmases in our future. But also, I want this last Christmas in this house to be memorable. Even if it's minimal, if there's less stuff under the tree. And I told everybody, I don't care if I have a single thing under the Christmas tree, because all I want for Christmas is this new life. That's all I want in the whole world, is this new life. Now, when I'm packing the yarn, I'm trying to lay it as flat as possible so that it fits as many balls as possible without me having to fight anything. These are all like thick balls of yarn. Trying to keep like yarns together, so like bigger balls or thicker yarns in the same container. Like this is the yarn from Loops and Threads, the carousel twist, which I love. And I bought enough to make a cardigan out of it. It kind of reminds me of Serenity Chunky from Premier Yarns, which I also love. Alright, we have another empty cube. My husband is up north today. He is at an award ceremony because he does his job really well. So I'm super proud of him. And while he is up north, we are waiting to hear back because I never finished telling you about the purple house. My brain's all over the place. All right, you guys ready? So yesterday in my world, which is not yesterday in your world because we're like recording videos ahead of time right now. We went back to the purple farmhouse to look at it, and I still really loved it. And I was measuring things to make sure our bed would fit, and I was measuring things to make sure I had enough room for what I was envisioning in the house. And it was very snowy at the farmhouse, and it was beautiful. And we have been dreaming up scenarios since we went to this house. And when we went back the second time, I started seeing things that were wrong or that needed to be fixed. Now this house has a ton of like built-in shelves and like L bracket shelves. Like there's shelves everywhere. These people must have loved bric-a-brac, knickknacks. And so I'm like, okay, well, if we take out these shelves, it'll give us 2 extra feet on every single wall in all directions to put furniture instead of having shelves. because legitimately the whole house, the entire house had shelves attached to the walls. L bracket shelves, like shelves even the kitchen had extra shelves. I'm like, what are you putting on the walls in the kitchen like that? There was not room to hang like pictures and stuff on the wall because there were so many shelves, which is weird to me. But I looked past all that and I saw the beauty and of the property. And one of the things Mr. Cinnamon did not like is the bugs. There was a lot of bugs there because the house had been vacant for a while. So it would have to be bug bombed. And it's like bugs, like there was a cricket in the drawer, and there was a stink bug upstairs dead, and there was a ladybug on the ceiling, and there was spiders everywhere, okay? But it's been vacant, and the house is surrounded by farmland and wooded area. He also didn't like the trees. He was nervous about the trees being so close to the house. I was too. And like he wanted land that's not just woods, but like workable land that we could put a garden out there again, and we can put a green, like he wants to build me a greenhouse, which I want a greenhouse so bad. I want a chicken coop. I want, like, you know, and we're dreaming all these things. And also like the whole house needs to be painted at some spots, and there's like popcorn ceiling everywhere, and like there's things that needed to be addressed. All of which would cost money, all of which would take time and labor, you know. All of which I was willing to do because I loved the farmhouse so much. And Lucas, like, immediately went off and started exploring the outbuildings and exploring the land, and like wanted to go in the woods. And if you haven't been here and you don't know, my son has been through the ringer. He was being beat at school, like, and the school would do nothing for him, so now he's homeschooled. He got hit by a car in October 4th, he got hit by a car, and it was pretty bad. Like, he had a slight brain injury, he broke his arm, he now has a big dent in his leg from where the hood of the car hit him, and he also has like a mark that looks like a dog bite of his ankle. It looks like a big giant dog bite just from the road rash and I think the bumper probably hitting him. And it was very traumatic to him. And also, like, there's been a lot of just stuff going on inside my house that, like, there's stressors, and I'm going through stuff, and my husband's going through stuff, and like when I saw him on the farmland, I saw him playing like a normal little kid wanting to run and play. I just wanted that for him so bad. But when we went back to the purple farmhouse, like, I started seeing all these things that need to be repaired. I'm willing to do the work, and I told my husband that, I'm like, I'm willing to put in the work. Like, he's all, well, we have 2 more houses I want to go look at. I'm like, all right. Well, the second house we looked at was it was a brand new construction, and it was a little bit above what I wanted to pay price wise. And it was beautiful, but it was so modern. It was not me at all. But going from the farmhouse that needed a lot of work to brand new construction, I was like, oh, nothing needs to be done in this house. But also, it was not me. But it was beautiful. And I was like, the hard part is I want land, but for the amount of money, it's either you get land and an okay or a crappy house, or you get a beautiful house and no land. And I just don't want to be close to neighbors anymore. I've had so much problems with the neighbors in my neighborhood. I don't want to deal with it anymore. And that's fine. And honestly, the neighbors I had the biggest problem with, they moved out. Like, their adult son is still living there, but like their kids moved out. Like, the adult son's children moved out. They don't even live there anymore. It's just the adult son with what looks like his new family. I don't know. It's like he let his kids go with his mom and dad, and now he's got like these new people living there with new kids. I don't know. I ain't gonna judge. I'm secretly judging, but that's because I don't like them. It doesn't matter. Don't be petty, Jen. Anyway, So I was like, okay, like, can we take the best of these two things, like the beautiful, like, newness and like the land, like that would be ideal, right? And I actually had this conversation on the way to the third house, which was the last house we were going to look at for the day. And like, we just weren't sure. I was ready to make an offer on the purple house, but Mr. Cinnamon was still like just on the fence, you know? And that's okay. I don't want to get into anything that we're not both happy with. So we come upon this house and it's cute. I mean, it's cute. And as soon as we pulled up, I looked around, I was like, the land is flat. Now, if you don't know, we live just outside of the mountainous region. And the places we have been looking at are closer to the mountain, so there's a lot more hills, Rockies. Like, some of the land we looked at on the property was so steep, I couldn't have my animals out there. Like, I couldn't have my dogs out there. I'm afraid if I would fall down the hill and die, or my kid's gonna break another bone. I couldn't have like an outbuilding for my office. I couldn't have outbuildings for the chickens, or like, it was too mountainous of a yard. Or the yards were too wooded, or the neighbors were too close, or like whatever. The third house it's so pretty on the outside. And the selling agent was like, just don't wear your shoes in the house. Please take your shoes off. And I'm like, I don't even have socks on. I had tennis shoes on, no socks. And there's snow all over the ground. And I was like, I ain't got shoes, I ain't got socks on. And our realtor was like, I'm not going to judge you. So we went into the house, and the house was a Michigan house through and through. Like, the living room, like the front door opens to the living room, and there's like a little linoleum, not linoleum, like it's fake wood. What is that floor called? There's a name for it. It's the interlocking boards that look like wood, but it's not. It's laminate pieces, okay? There's that just at the front door. And the closet is right behind the front door, which is exactly like the first house that we ever purchased in Michigan. And so I was like, okay, and the living room is real small. And it is a Michigan living room. And it just, I don't know. It felt very familiar to me because I grew up in Michigan. I lived in Michigan until I was 30. I'm 46 now. And so I walked in, I was like, okay, well, the living room's real small, you know, and the front of the house looks small. The square footage on the house with the walkout basement and the main level is actually more square footage than this house, but it just doesn't look like it because it's halfway underground as opposed to rising up out of the ground, because we don't have a basement here. Come to find out, it was an investment property. Somebody bought it real cheap and flipped it. And so everything is redone in the house. Everything. It looks brand new, even though it is not a brand new house. And the kitchen is very white, which is not my style, but our kitchen here was not my style, and Mr. Cinnamon is pretty handy. He put, when my dad had his heart attack, long before my dad passed away, I went up to Michigan to take care of him. And while I was up there, Mr. Cinnamon was running the house. He was taking care of the kids. I was pregnant at the time. He was taking care of the 3 girls. He was getting them off to school and then going to work and then coming home in time to get them off the school bus and do homework with them and cooking them dinner. And in all of that on the weekend, because I was up in Michigan for about a week and a half, 2 weeks with my dad. He put new backsplash in my kitchen here. And it is beautiful. And it made me love the kitchen. And I know he has that ability and he can do a beautiful job. And I know I can pick out some really beautiful Spanish tiles and zhuzh up the kitchen, you know? And he will do that work for me and make me a beautiful kitchen. I know that that is a possibility. And I am happy with that. So the kitchen, it was a good sized kitchen, way more storage than I have here. But just, it's really whitewashed. You know, everything in there's white. And there's a lamp over where the dining room table should go, and it's very modern. Mr. Cinnamon found me a Tiffany style lamp, like stained glass Tiffany style, and he picked it up for me, and he said this is for the new house, and it's in storage waiting for us. I was like, that would be so pretty right there. And so there's all of that. I'm gonna check my phone because we're waiting back to see if they have accepted our offer in the house I'm describing to you. Nope. That's not it. I should probably pack while I'm running my mouth. Anyway, so yes, we did make an offer on this house. That's not even the best part of the house, okay? There is, and I am praying so hard they accept our offer, but I'm thinking because it's a flipped house and we offered full asking price because it was cheaper than everything else we've seen, and it was so much everything we wanted. It's not everything, but it's like there is a space for me to have a beautiful office with windows. There's a space for my daughter to have her own room with a bathroom attached. There's space for little man to have his own room. There is a room downstairs that can be converted into a gaming room. And then downstairs there is a huge master suite for me and Mr. Cinnamon with a giant bathroom and a big giant shower big enough for the two of us, and a giant walk-in closet that I could fit a full-size mattress in and still have a closet. And the downstairs has a giant rec room, which is where like our big couch would go and our big TV. And it's on a beautiful plot of land that has flat spaces and trees. So it is the best of both worlds for us. And this was not in the listing. We walked part of the property line and there's a pond. It was frozen over, and it's a very small pond, but it is a beautiful pond. And I was like, we could put benches out here, and there's an open spot behind it, like a meadow type area that we could put like a spot for like a campfire area with benches. Like, there is plenty of flat land for a chicken coop and a greenhouse and a pool and a hot tub and all the things we're dreaming about. We obviously will have to buy a big shed or a building for like the lawnmower and storage and stuff like that, because that is not, there's not a garage or anything. But it was the exact price range I was looking at for us, because Mr. Cinnamon was all over the place with his prices. I was very set. I wanted the house to sell for a specific number, and we got, once we made it that number that I said, we got an offer. And this was the exact number I wanted to buy a house at. And the farmhouse is still a backup option. And if they accept our offer today, which was we were told by the selling agent was a good offer, a good strong offer. And we made the offer on day one of the house being listed for sale, which is crazy. If everything works out. Now, the way that houses get sold, and if you haven't bought a house, I've had a few people say, but how does that work? Like, what is the deal? So the people buying this house, they have a few things that, like, they want a termite inspection, no problem. They want a home inspection just for information purposes, but that doesn't affect whether they can cancel the contract with us or not. And they wanted to close by December 31st, which means they can let us stay in the house a couple weeks after that if we pay them back rent, which is fine. But also the same thing goes for the new house. I insist on a home inspection. Even though it looks beautiful and has recently been flipped, like, you just don't know. Like, there could be a problem with the septic, or there could be a problem with the well, or there could be a problem, there are all number of things, right? Home inspection has to go through, and there has to not be any, like, foundation problems or anything like that. termite, septic, well inspections. And then if they accept our offer today and everything goes through and works out, we should be able to close by January 8th, I think. I'm so nervous. I'm anxious. I'm excited. I am feeling 100 different things. 100 different things. So, I am packing up because regardless of whether our offer goes through or not, this house is no longer ours January 1st. And what an incredible way to start the new year, right? New year, new start, new house, new beginnings. I have so much running through my head. And remember I was telling you about the farmhouse a minute ago, like Lucas ran off and wanted to go explore. He did the same thing at this house. He wanted to go walk the land, and there's trails that looks like if we bought him like a four-wheeler or something, he could ride back there. He just wanted to go explore, and he was very excited about the pond. He wanted to go over immediately to the pond. He actually made the realtor really nervous, and she's like, can you just come back a little bit? It's frozen over. It was so frozen over, like you could see it was a thick layer of ice. And I was like, Lucas, just come back over here, you know. Because, yeah, you don't want nobody falling through the ice. That's scary, but, yeah. There's so many emotions. He's excited about, like, he really liked the farmhouse. I think both my kids really like the farmhouse, and they're both disappointed that that's not the house we chose to make an offer on. And they have both been incredibly vocal about that. However, they're only with us temporarily. And that's what I told my husband. I was like, they're only with us temporarily. We need to find a house we're going to grow old in and be happy in. And this is what we have wanted. And yes, right now our master suite will be on the bottom floor, but we're still young enough that that's not an issue. We're only 46. And yeah, maybe in 20 years, that might be a problem going up and down those stairs. Our kids aren't going to be living with us in 20 years. We can use the master suite that was originally put upstairs. That's going to be our daughter's room. And it is a perfectly beautiful bathroom. It's a perfectly beautiful bedroom. It will be fine. It will be absolutely fine. Some of the doorways in the house are kind of funny though, because the doorway to the closet in the master bedroom upstairs is only this wide. And I know that because I put my body in it and I couldn't get through the closet straightways. I had to turn to go in, so the closet door is like this big. Closet's huge. That's an easy fix. You just cut out the extra door. Same thing with the bathroom in that room. The bathroom door was like this. Like I was standing there and my arms were on either side. I was like, okay, like we can expand the bathroom door. It's not a big deal. It's weird, but it's an older house. It's not a brand new construction house, you know. So I wanted to come on. I wanted to share with you guys what the heck is going on. Content for the next several weeks is not going to be normal Cinnamon Stitches, yarn, everything content. Because I still need to make videos because I really am going to need a paycheck in January. And that's the way YouTube works. Whatever money I make off of you guys watching videos in December, I get in the end of January. So I really need to continue to make videos through all this. So it's going to be, you're coming along with me for the ride. And I did warn you guys of that a couple of months ago. I said that things are going to be chaotic for a while. And that I'm going to do the very best that I can. And I still absolutely, I know I always get somebody like, don't worry about us. I'm worried about my paycheck. Like, I still need to have a paycheck next month. And not only that, I don't know if you guys know this, because so many people do Vlogmas or vlog every day in December, my revenue drops every year around Christmas. And it's not just the Vlogmas things, it's a mixture of the Vlogmas. People have a lot more content to watch. It's also, people are busy because it's Christmas and they're out doing Christmassy things, or they're at holiday events, or they're on vacation. So they don't have as much time to sit and watch me. So my revenue always drops at Christmas. And everybody that knows anything is like, everybody's broken. But As long as I keep making videos and you guys keep watching, we're gonna be fine. I'm not at all worried about that, but we're gonna continue making videos. They are just not gonna be necessarily yarn related. This is gonna be very much adventure with Cinnamon Stitches, adventuring with Jed, new year, new life. We're prepping. Let's seal this up better. So today's agenda, since I have nothing else much to do, because I don't have to keep the house spotless because there's no more showings because there's an offer on the house. I do have to get it cleaned up enough so that the home inspector is not tripping over stuff, but I don't really care if the house is dust free when the inspector comes. I'm gonna count that. I put this yarn over here with the intention of it going in that bucket and I forgot it was over there. Right. I think we can start packing this one. Oh, no, we need to make sure that these are packed up correctly, because see how that's just thrown in there? That's not gonna work. We need to make sure as space efficient as possible. And hopefully this stuff does not sit in storage very long and moves right into the next home. That is what I really, really hope and pray. I will absolutely let you guys know the second that I know that we got our offer accepted. I will keep you guys in the loop because I've had so many of you guys praying for us and praying for the new house and praying for the offers to go through and praying for everything I'm dreaming of. So, I do absolutely appreciate you guys if you're praying for me or if you're lighting candles for me or if you're just sending positive energy. I believe in all of that. I believe it all has power. And apparently I have 3 of these and I just ordered 10 more, so I didn't actually need 10, but when we get around to making that Christmas sweater, it will probably be January, but we are going to absolutely make a Christmas sweater. And that box is entirely Christmas yarn now that I rearranged it. Alright. And it fit way more yarn that was already in there. Told Mr. Cinnamon I'm being positive, and I'm going to predict that they accept our offer by the time he gets done with his award ceremony thing today, and that we will know. And it's funny because my older sister, my niece's mom, probably knows that we're trying to sell our house, and I'm sure my niece can tell her that we sold it. She only knows what my niece has told her. And my younger sister, unless she watches the channel still, which I don't think she does because I have not talked to her in about 1.5 years now. And prior to that, it was, I think, 2 years. So I haven't really, it's been a very long time since I've actually spoke to my sister. But I don't know, I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I tell them that I moved, yeah, but do they even care enough to know my new address? And are they going to care about my new phone number? Like, you know, probably not. They probably don't care. By the way, my P.O. box is not changing. Even though we are moving further away from this place. I have chosen to keep my P.O. box the same because that P.O. box is listed in, I don't know, 500 or 600 videos. And I would have to manually go through and change the address in every one of those videos. And I don't want to do that. So my P.O. box is going to stay the same. And if I get any mail at the P.O. box, which I actually have a couple of Christmas cards it looks like there, I am just going to drive out this way and pick it up. And I'm perfectly fine with that. All right, now, what am I going to put in this box? Because it had mostly chenille in it. I should put chenille back in here. Lord knows I have enough of it. But I also have, this is a variety of, what kind of yarn is this? It's Yarntopia. It's really soft. Oh, that says it's acrylic. So it's really soft yarns. This is Lyocell from Line Brand, not Line Brand. Yarn Bee. This is all like really silky soft yarns. So maybe we'll just do this box with silky soft since I have so much of it. And it appears to be all Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to say it's probably mostly clearance. It's ridiculously soft. And one day I'm actually going to turn these beautiful yarns into something. By the way, if you're interested in these, I love these. I got them on Amazon and they are in my Amazon shop all the time. You just click on it and Amazon will send them to you. This is a good another box because this is bamboo yarn, this entire thing. So this can go in here, and because bamboo is really silky soft, it makes sense to put the bamboo in with the Lyocell and the really silky acrylic if it will fit. Which I'm not sure it will because I have a really lot of it. Because I really like soft yarns and I have all these intentions. I'm going to make summer garments and then get busy with other things. Get busy with stuff for the channel. I get busy with presents for other people and I forget to make myself the things I wanted to make. Oh, that's tangly. It's tangly. Some of this bamboo yarn I actually bought for reviews, and a lot of it's Lion Brand, because if you don't know, I am a Lion Brand affiliate. I just stopped posting anything to do with Lion Brand because Lion Brand switched over to a different app. And Lion Brand's like, okay, well, we were giving you like, I don't know, 7% of sales, and they dropped it down to 2.5%. And I'm like, I am not doing all that extra work for you to give me a measly 2% of your sales. 2%. I was actually quite insulted by that. I was like, no, you're good. Alright, I think the rest of that is cotton. So seal this box up because it's overflowing. Did you know Home Depot delivers like Walmart does? Yeah, I didn't. I ordered Mr. Cinnamon a present for Christmas. And they were like, delivery. I was like, delivery. They're like, yeah, you'll have it by the end of the day. I'm like, what? Sure enough, they have people that deliver from the store, just like Walmart does now. So my plastic bins will be delivered to my house and I don't even have to leave. And I'm happy for that because it's freezing outside. It is like, it was in the 20s. It's been snowing, and while there's no snow left on the ground, bamboo is really heavy. It's freezing outside. It's absolutely freezing. All right. I'm making progress. I'm making progress. Making a big mess, but I'm making progress. You guys want to see what I did so far? All right, so these are the boxes we just packed behind my chair. I know we're spinning around, bear with me. We emptied off that, most of that. This came out of the Premier box, this came out of the Premier box, so that is emptied, and then I got rid of one of those. That's where we're at. I got this big old box, and the rest of this yarn should absolutely fit in here if I package it correctly. I'm tired and I feel like crying. It's just a lot, you know. It's just a lot. I'm gonna take a break. We're gonna just discuss things. On the yarn related world, I did in fact finish, if you watched yesterday's video, the arms on the abdominables, the what do they call it? The Yeti? The why is that so hard to say? Abominable snowman. I keep wanting to say abdominal. The abominable Yeti snowman guy. I did do his arms. He looks so much better. He looks so much better. I did surface crochet on him. Looks so much better. I actually sat and did that today while I was on the phone with my husband. He was driving up north and he's like, can you just talk to me while I'm driving? I'm like, yeah. And we talked about 8 million things. Mostly the house, the future, plans, regrets, all kinds of stuff. It's funny to be married for as long as we've been married, together as long as we've been married, and sometimes in marriage you get complacent. You do. And you forget to make the effort. And you change a lot over the years, you know. And with everything that's gone on this year, and we have really made a valiant effort to rediscover each other and get to know each other again. It has been absolutely beautiful. It's crazy because, like, I have never loved anyone the way I love him. And it's so cool to be able to do stuff like this together, especially after things have been hard. Like, we've had a lot of loss this year. The past year and a half, we've experienced a lot of loss. A lot of heartache. But I think this is finally, like, we're going to come through on the other side and everything's going to be okay. And I don't know. It's just super emotional right now. And I'm really, really excited that the person who wants to live here is a young family, because that's what I prayed for. I wanted a young family here to make new memories in this beautiful house that I had so many amazing memories in with my kids. That's what I wanted. I prayed and prayed and prayed. And we had a lot of different people come through. We've had a couple investors. We've had people who are just military and they just need a place to move to because they got stationed here. And there's been just a lot of variety of people, older couples. And some people would walk in and walk right back out like, ugh, like thumb their nose up at it. Because there's a lot of bougie, stuck-up people in this area. I'm just going to tell you that. And I'm not going to miss them people at all. And when I saw this young family come in, and she got so excited about the house. And it's funny because they were like the last of a bunch of showings all in one day. And in the past, like, I was starting to feel really down and I was starting to feel really, like, defeated. Because some of these people are just like, they're jerks. They come in, they're like, ugh, you know, and I could see it on the cameras, you know. And you feel defeated. Like, my house is a good house. Like, it's a good house. There's good memories here. And, like, I know it's got to be for the right person that wants the house. I know that's how that works. But also, you know, it's insulting. And I purposely left out. We did some crafts over the weekend. because we were all feeling kind of bummed out. Like it was just, it's been real dark and gloomy and the weather's been cold and we were all kind of feeling like kind of funky. And I pulled out, because we went to storage to get our Christmas tree, and I pulled out the Michael's Christmas mystery boxes from last year. You guys remember I bought them in like January or February, and I did an unboxing here on the channel with Little Man. It was a ton of poinsettias and like some other craft stuff, but it was like mostly poinsettias. I put those in storage because I was like, well, next Christmas we'll be in a new house. I thought, you know, we'll have decorations we could pick from. I pulled one of the boxes out and I brought it home, and I was like, there's crafts in here. And so I made an advent calendar made out of like foam tree stuff that you had to sew the pieces together and like put, it was very tedious. Mr. Cinnamon and Lucas both picked a countdown to Christmas thing that you put together with wood, and it's like wood pieces that you fit together and then you paint it and you decorate it. They both did one of those each, so I have 2 of them now. And then Juju had a foam wreath that she got to put together. And I hung the wreath up on the refrigerator, and I put one of the painted countdown to Christmas things on the kitchen table, and I left it. And normally they want you to put that kind of stuff away, but I'm like, no, it's almost Christmas. Like, I need to feel the Christmas spirit. My kids need to feel it. My husband needs to feel it. And I think that with the combination of the new rug I put in the living room, which is beautiful, and I'm going to actually gift it to the new owners, and we'll let them have it because I bought it for that floor. It just made the house like speak to her, is what I'm thinking. So, yeah, that's what's going on here. A whole lot of everything. And the next several weeks are going to be filled with stress and anxiety and excitement and nervousness and busybody work. And I already scheduled Christmas vacation to be so that like we're homeschooling. Our Christmas vacation is planned over the next 2 weeks so that we have that time off to do the things that need to get done, but also like it's Christmas time. So I don't know. There's a lot going on. And I really do hope you guys will just come along with me on this journey, and I will absolutely, I'm not going to tell you privacy reasons and concerns for my kids specifically. I'm not going to tell you what city I moved to, just that it's further away from here. It's a good distance from here. And I will show you some of the inside of the new house. I'm definitely going to walk you guys through me decorating the new office. I don't really care about painting the rest of the house because it's been freshly painted. It's all very neutral. And the way I like to do is one room at a time. I am going to start with my office, and you guys are going to come along with that if we get the house. I keep saying that. Like, I got to remember they haven't accepted our offer. And they have an open house this weekend, and there's so many things that could go wrong. But I'm so hopeful that we get this house. But I just want you guys to come along for the ride with this. I want you guys to go with me on this journey, and it's going to be very behind the scenes vlog, Jen's life, not just Cinnamon Stitches. And I know not everybody likes to see Jen's life. I want yarn content. Why can't you make me a tutorial? Why can't you do this? Why can't, and they want. And for those people, I will get back to that in the new year. I promise you. It's not going to happen anytime soon. I am one person. And I think a lot of people forget that it looks easy to make a channel. Some people do it this way too. They hit record on their phone and they upload it and they're done. That's not how I do it. I don't do extensive editing because it takes too long, but I record on a decent camera, transfer files to my computer. I have to edit them all together, and then I upload them. That's a couple hour process just for one video. But also like everything else that I have to do, because my husband has a job, my daughter has a job, so it's me and Little Man tag team and stuff. And he has been amazing helping. He's been making his bed. He's been helping empty the dishwasher. He did the dishes by hand without using the dishwasher the other day. He has been helping feed the dogs. He's been helping with the vacuuming. He's been helping me move stuff. He's been helping us get stuff to storage. He has been fantastic. I better knock on all of the wood surfaces in the room Every time I brag about him, he acts up. I swear to God. Anyway, I'm not going to make you guys sit with me while I pack up this box, but I really did want to I wanted to let you guys know what's going on because I can't not share this. I was really trying to hold off and wait until they accepted the offer, hope they accept the offer, and then tell you guys, but like, we made an offer. Please pray that it goes through, and pray, like, my prayer is that the investor that flipped the house is not greedy and selfish and only sees green, and that he's like, okay, well, I am making a decent profit. Let's get rid of the house. That's what I hope, is he like just wants to get rid of it. Like, he did the work. Let's flip it as fast as I can. That's what I'm praying, is that he just like, yep, you have it. Because we offered full asking price with the concessions of, you know, home inspection, all that good stuff. So, yeah. I'm crossing all my fingers. I'm crossing all my toes. And I'm praying with everything that I have. And if not, we're going to be living in temporary living space for a little while in January if this doesn't all go through. Which will be really bad. I don't want that. I don't want to live in a hotel again. I don't. When we first moved to Virginia, we lived in a hotel for a month. And it was only Juju and a dog and a cat. And it was hard. I don't want to do that. Not with 4 dogs. Not with everybody else. Anyway, we also have to get another storage unit because we have 2 storage units that are completely full, and now we need to move the furniture and stuff out because worst case scenario, we have to go live in a hotel for a little bit or something like that, or temporary housing at some point. Best case scenario, we still have to live out of boxes for at least a week. Because while the house we're trying to buy is empty, we close on this house on the 31st. So there's a lot going on. And I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to transfer these files over. I'm going to pack up this box and I'm going to get things moving on the house. And hopefully Home Depot delivers my package soon. And I will see you guys in the next one.